There is nothing that you can do about the past. It's gone. It's over with. So can you tell me, why are you still depressed, angry, upset, full of anxiety, or shameful about something that cannot be changed? That's what we're going to be talking about, my friends, on borderline narcissists and other toxic people. Hi, friends. This is part two. We started our series on depression. And in this episode, we are going to be talking about two of the prime reasons why we are still having that unexplained depression. Now, before you turn me off, my friends, believe me, you can handle this. I'm not going to get into any deep scientific explanation for depression, but what we're talking about, I am aware that some depression is genetic, some has to do with chemical imbalances, and it has to be regulated by medication, or you have to, or if you don't seek medication, then it has to be regulated by some form of therapy. I totally get it. I understand it. And my friends, there is something that can be done about that as well. But I am more specifically talking about when you just wake up depressed. You have nothing actually going on in your life at the moment that would trigger such a harsh response, where it's making you not want to get involved in anything. You feel drained and tired for no apparent reason, even after you've had a good night's sleep. Or you may have crying spells and can't get out of bed, and you're wondering what is going on. You may have a loss of appetite. You may be sensitive to certain lights, sounds, or smells. That's the type of depression that we are speaking about today, my friends. And having had several conversations and experienced it myself as well, one of the reasons that I was having issues with depression is keep on playing the same thoughts, the same events in my head from my past that I could not change or do anything about. It will build up anxiety. I will be asking, okay, could I have changed this? Could I have changed that? Why did it happen? Why did it's unfair? I would continuously keep playing the event over and over and over in my mind. And I had to get to a place where I had to say enough is enough. I'm not going to be able to go back in time and fix whatever the situation is or whatever you may be dealing with. So what I decided to do, I wrote down everything that was causing me to have that heaviness. That caused me to replay those thoughts, and all of a sudden, at first I'll be smiling and going about my day, and then I started sinking lower and lower and lower. My thoughts would get so much out of control that the next thing you know, I'm in a full-fledged depression. I started writing down what was I thinking about at that particular moment when the transition happened. I started writing down things that was triggering the depression, because every episode that you have, it's a trigger. Something has triggered it. It could be something as simple as a smell. It could be a song. It could be something that reminded you of a traumatic event. And I would play that trauma over and over, or I would play that event over and over. This time I wrote everything down that I was feeling. I wrote what triggered it. I wrote down everything that I kept playing in my mind that I could not change. And having done that, I wrote down how I wished it would have resolved, how I wish it would have turned out. Or I wrote down a happier ending, and I start playing that in my mind, and I start forgiving myself for whatever it is that I could not go back and change. Believe it or not, my friends, I start feeling better. One out of every third person experience depression on a regular basis, unexplained. Not knowing why their body is going through these traumatic events. And it comes from negative energy that is building up while you are playing the event over and over inside your mind. Actually, you are pulling yourself in depression and do not realize it. It's that event. So that event is stored in the back of your mind, and something triggers it, and all of a sudden it comes to the front part of your mind, and then you're stuck right there, and can't get any further. So this time I decided to do something about it. My friends, we've got to get that negative energy out and get back up and rolling again. I'm going to do a part 3. This is the biggest issue with depression, so I spent an extra moment or two explaining this. But we're going to get to untrapping that negative energy. We're going to get to some of the maladaptive thinking patterns that we do and how to break it. Sometimes it's just as simple as stopping that thought, counting to break the cycle of being in the habit of just letting our mind just run wild. We do not have to accept everything that comes in our mind. We can shoot it down, and we can put something else more pleasurable in our mind. Because if we think of something negative that can pull us down, then we can reverse that effect. Think of something more pleasurable to pull us back up. After we write down everything that is causing us that depression, and then either tear it up, burn it, let yourself see yourself burn that problem up. And we're going to start putting some more positivity into our minds, into our spirits, getting some of that negative energy out, putting more positive energy in. And we are going to kick depression in the woo-woo. All right, my friends, I'm Sherry with Borderline Narcissists and Other Toxic People. Make sure you catch me on my on part 3. We're going to be talking about the other forms of depression and other little tricks that you can do to stop depression from stopping you from doing the things that you really want to do. All right, my friends, bye-bye until next time.